Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. I've done another test wash. This time it was a 40-degree coloured cotton load on this Bosch WFF2000 washing machine. And this time it's come up with a different error code. A single flash. The door, it came to the end of the cycle, as you can see over here. And it appears to have done okay, but it's very hot inside. Not very hot, but quite warm. It doesn't feel like it had a rinse, which is a bit peculiar. Although I think I know what might have happened. Looking up at my test apparatus over here, I haven't got the cold water inlet switched on, and so it could only draw from the hot. So it might have gotten to the end and just done a spin. If I open that now, it could still get hot water for the rinse, because I think I've only turned on the hot water. But if I turn off the hot, turn on the cold, put it back on for a rinse, this should work okay with a cold rinse. Let's close that again, turn it over to, let's see which one rinses, because I'm not really sure which one's which. Additional spin, I don't want that. So what I think it is this one over here, number 5. Let's check that again. Doesn't say, oh 5 starching, that doesn't make any sense. 6 soaking, 7 pump. That's the one I normally put it on whenever I'm rinsing the nappies. So let me try that. Let's put it on to 5, 1000 spin, doors closed, and start it up again. Pre-wash light is cleared, door locks come on, and we'll see if that comes through. It's only getting cold water this time, so I would suspect actually that was an error completely caused by me, but it shows that the machine is working and that the sensor can tell that the fill time on the cold, because it was doing a hot wash, so it took hot water from the hot tap to do the 40-degree wash. It stayed warm inside and then aborted the mission somewhere through. Probably did a spin but without a rinse, because it couldn't fill cold water for the rinse. Okay, I'll leave this to go and I'll come back and see what happens. So we've been here a few minutes now and it's done its rinse and it's come to the end of the cycle, but I can see another error code up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this was the drain out one that was the problem before. So the door is stuck on this time, whereas on the single it wasn't stuck on, which isn't much use to me. Let's put it over to A. Or not A, which one was it? This one, number 1. Let's see if it does that. It's clicking through. Can't see it pumping anything out yet. It looks like the laundry's soaking wet inside. So I'm not sure, there is definitely something wrong with this if it won't go through a cycle properly. It is throwing out little bits there. I can hear the pump kicking in each time. That noise is the pump. So it's gone on to final rinse over here. Rinse hold, so it should be at spin. Is the pump running? Pre-wash lights have cleared, so there's no fault on it at the moment. It's pumping away and it's pumping quite a bit of water there, so it's like there's some pump fault potentially on the switch. It's pumping and pumping and pumping, and it should do a spin, I'm hoping. Now we're not taking on any water. Let's just have a look. I've turned it on to number 1, which is additional spin, so that's what I want. Let's run down there, it's clicking through, and it'll go for a spin now. This is a bit peculiar really, because it seems to be working fine if you help it along, but on a regular wash it's getting stuck with this 3 lights, which is a draining off error. I'm not sure why that's happening. but it only seems to be on the last drain off. It's draining fine during the cycle. What I can do is I can check the back of the control unit, because there's a lot of cables in there, and if one's fallen off, it could be that. But I need to do another test wash on another day and see if it can make it the whole way through, because this time it was my fault because I didn't turn the water on correctly. So I'll let this spin go and come back to it to see if it's still got an error code or not, and if it's cleared down, I need to do another test wash. So this time I tried it on the spin, as you can see there, number 1. It's gone back to the start and we have no error codes. No error codes at all. Let's press the door button and it opens up. I'll show you a little feature on this. When I press this door button, the door opens. Logical, right? There's a little spring mounted button in there. This is a Bosch WFF2000. Over here on my Bosch WFF1800, when I press the door button, oh, this time it opened. It never does that. Oh, okay, well that's good, I guess. Usually it doesn't open. And there's no spring button in here, although there is a little disc in the plastic, or a little ring in the plastic. So I guess I haven't proven my point there at all, but it's opening now. This was a sticking point for a long time, because I think maybe it's whenever the wash is done and drained out, there's a bit of a vacuum on it or something. But normally you have to press the button and pull it out with your hand, like that. Back to this one, the WFF2000. It's done alright, it's drained off, and it's done a 1000 spin there, so that's good. So this is the second test wash I've done on this one, and obviously it hasn't worked either, because we started off on a 40-degree cotton, and we got the fill error, fill time exceeded error, with one pre-wash flashing, and that was because I hadn't opened the cold valve. Then I put it on for a drain, and it wouldn't work. Maybe I put it on for a drain and spin. No, I put it on for what's called a starch. That's what it was. Oops, I've lost that now. I put it on for a starching wash, number 5. That didn't work. I got 3 lights there, which was a pump out error. But it's pumping out fine. When I put it on to number 1, the spin, the additional spin, it's drained and spun just fine. So I'll give it a third wash in another video. Hopefully it'll work start to finish without any problems. Right, thanks for watching. See you later. If you've made it this far in the video, I'd like to hear what you think of the video. So if you have any comments, please put them down below. See you later.